One of the most difficult things to figure out when you're just getting started using electric reels, whether it be an electric like this Kraken from PC Fun or one of the Daiwa 1200 series, is what battery to use. So we're going to go over the battery choices, what batteries you can use with these electric reels, what works better than others. We'll also discuss some of the pros and cons of each style of battery and how they connect to the reel. And some things to watch out for, both in deciding which battery is right for you and the way you fish, and what you want to run on the boat. Hit that subscribe button down there. Check this out. Oh goodness. All right, the first and most obvious choice is a standard lead acid battery. Why in the world do you want to trip over and handle one of these heavy things in your boat all day just to run electric reels? Now you could hardwire your reels to batteries on board. That's not what this video is about. This is about more portable options. This is not a good option. These things are heavy, bulky, in the way. You just don't need to add all this weight in your boat. Whew. Now, will they work? Sure they will. But guess what? We got a lot better options like these little lithium polymer batteries. You can get these things online relatively inexpensively. Some of them like this one here. This is a 18 amp hour, 12.8 volt. This runs electric reels just fine. They're still pretty good size, but they're very lightweight. As you can see, this thing probably weighs maybe 3 pounds. This one here is a Norsk 15 amp hour, so that's not a bad choice. And these things have run my electric reels, even this little one, all day long, no problem. The thing is, you still have to connect them to your reel with a power cable. And then what are you going to do with the battery? So here's a neat little way that you can hook your battery up on board the boat to run your cable and not have to trip over the battery. What we do is take a soft cooler like this, drop the battery inside of it, and now we can run our cable from the little cooler with our cable to the reel, and we'll just take a zip tie and zip tie through the handle right to the boat rail. That works really good. Now here's the downside to a battery choice like this with these cables. When you have your battery hooked up to your reel, like such, you just screw the little connector into the bottom and it powers your reel. You have to watch this cable. This is your power connection to the reel. If you damage this connection, your reel is going to have to go in for repair at best, and nobody wants that. So if you're using this style of connection, the biggest thing to watch out for is keep a track of your connector and not damaging it. So the best way to manage your cable is to go ahead and give yourself a little slack and zip tie this cable to your rod handle, either in front of or behind or both. So if someone steps on or otherwise binds up this cable, you don't damage your reel. And believe me, with this cable, it's real easy to get that cable bound up, step on it, or something during the fight with these big fish. Also, another downside is obviously you are leashed to this battery. If that battery is connected to the boat and that fish runs you around it, you're going to have a hard time chasing them around. So that's a downfall of having a remote battery and a cable or even a solid power hookup to your reel. You're stuck in that one spot until that fish hits the deck. The obvious plus side is the weight is over there, not over here. So fighting the fish and dealing everything, you just have the weight of the rod, not the weight of the battery. Now let's look at another option. So here's the next option, and it's actually a pretty good one, a reel mounted battery. This is a 10,000 milliamp battery by PC Fun, the same maker of the Kraken reel. This battery works on any of the electrics, like the Daiwa 1200s, the Shimano Beastmasters. This kind of battery works fine with any of those reels. They all use basically the same connector. Now, we use this thing for deep dropping for tile fish, and I'm going to tell you, this battery lasts all day, no problem, and still had like 60–70% power left. One of the obvious upsides is you have complete mobility. You're not leashed to the boat by your reel. So you can move around the boat as you need to handle big fish, move around, whatever you got to do. The downside is you got this honking thing hanging off the bottom of your reel. It's not a whole lot of weight, and it's actually fairly well balanced. It balances about right there. But you know what? You got to still watch out. You don't want this thing resting on the side of the boat by somebody that's lazy fighting the fish. You still don't want to put pressure on this battery connector. So that's something you'll have to watch out for. The other thing you have to watch out for with a reel mounted battery is in the heat of the battle, this little nut sometimes could work itself loose. And if that happens, you could have a little minor catastrophe, kind of like this. Shit. Oh what? No. And that's an expensive problem to have. So what I recommend you do is, back to your friend the zip tie, got one right there. You fish a zip tie around here, zip tie around that zip tie and tie it to your rod. So even if that nut comes loose while you're out there fighting a fish, you don't lose your battery overboard. Now what happens if for some reason your battery loses power or comes disconnected during the fight? It's not a big deal. You can reconnect it, go back to the fight. You just have to watch the 0 on your reel because it will return to 0. The dial will allow you to keep reeling it in. The Kraken will too, depending on where you catch it in the fight. But I'll tell you, an electric reel is kind of like an escalator. An escalator can never be broke. It just becomes stairs. An electric reel can never be broke. It just becomes a regular reel. Battery dies, lose your connection, whatever, crank it old school, finish the fight. There are also other ways to mount batteries like this, and here's another option that PC Fun has. PC Fun has this little dude right here. This is a 5,000 milliwatt hour battery. It's about the size of a grenade, looks like a little grenade. Comes with a little neoprene sleeve, and check this out. Ta-da! That little dude straps right to the bottom of your reel. You can strap it up here if you want. Comes with a little shorty cable to connect up. And now, number one, this thing's not coming off of here. It's lashed with 2 Velcro strips. Honestly, I would still take this loop right here and zip tie this dude up to your rod for extra safety. I would also zip tie this cable just to make sure that in the heat of battle, this cable doesn't get hooked on something and jerk on your power connection on the reel. But this makes this a very easily fightable machine. You can run this thing conventional, you can run it with a switch, whatever you need to do. This is a great little setup and it's lightweight. This will also work with the TactacAm 1200s. I have not tested this 5,000 milliwatt hour battery yet to see how long it will run those reels. That's going to be this spring. So if you guys are interested in knowing more about that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to turn the notifications on because I will have a short coming on that part. Now links to all of this stuff is down in the description below this video, including the PC Fun. We have been really happy with that PC Fun Kraken and these batteries. They just are really a game changer for deep drop and it makes everything so much nicer. Now, what's the con to this one? Well, I don't know what the battery life is. If you're doing a whole lot of deep dropping in a day, I don't know if the 5,000 milliamp hour will get you through that whole day. Maybe it will. We're going to find out though because I just love this. Look how lightweight that thing is. And you can still hook it up to the big beast, the Daiwa 1200s if you need to do that. And it also would lash right here in front. So you can really get on there and work on that fish. We love deep dropping and we love these electric reels. For those of you that think electric reels for big game fish down deep's cheating, try it one time. If you go with us, we'll show you. You can reel them up conventional if you want. You'll probably do 1 or 2 like that, then you're going to want these electrics. They really make the day a lot more fun without really wearing you out, or it gets people fishing that may not be able to handle these big fish for a long fight from down deep. Now, if there's some other battery options that you suggest, please leave them down in the comments below. I'd be glad to hear them. And I'll be perfectly willing to test out other batteries. PC Fun will be having the 10,000 milliamp hour batteries back on their website soon, I hope. They usually come with a neoprene sleeve like this one that also mounts to the reel similarly. You can still hang it off of there. This one I got didn't come with one, but all of the new ones do. And I'm telling you, these are great batteries, either for the Daiwa 1200 series all the way down to the Kraken. This battery will run all day long, deep dropping, no problem. And if you get the PC Fun reel with the battery, or if you buy the battery separately, the batteries come with a charger that you need. These don't. You got to buy the charger separate. And they also come with a neat little power gauge that you can put on top of your battery that tells you how much juice is left in your battery. So that's actually a pretty good value to have all that come with the battery or come with the combo electric reel and battery. Links in the description below. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about any of these batteries, and I'll do what I can to help you out. And again, love to hear your suggestions on what you use if you use electric reels. Can't say enough about the PC Fun stuff though. Great value for the buck. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and make sure you hit the bell icon so you get notifications of new videos like this one. Thumbs up like button sure would be nice. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.